Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the morning routine. It's Thursday morning, March the 8th, 2018, episode number 299. Yes, almost 300 episodes, if you could imagine such a thing. But today we are at 299, and it's a great day. Yes, it's Thursday morning. What a fine week we've been having so far, right? What exciting times. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning, Mother. And hope everybody's having a great week this week. I don't know. There's just not enough to say about this day. It's just, the snow did not come. Let's just start with that. We were supposed to have impending doom. Instead, we had impending nothingness. So although I will tell you that we had enough flurries that it stuck on every single little twig and branch of all the trees outside, and it's the most beautiful thing that you've ever seen in your life. It is absolutely gorgeous out there. So I don't know. It's like it's picture perfect, card worthy. So, but welcome today, by the way, everybody, to International Women's Working Day. That is today, yes, and also Popcorn Lovers Day is today as well. So have a bowl of popcorn and celebrate a woman in your life that works. It also happens to be National Nasty Day, but I don't encourage you to be nasty. That's just happens to be a day. So I thought I would look it up and see what this day is, and those are the things that came up this morning. So, but I hope everybody's week is going well. Thank you for being here on the Morning Routine, whether it's on Facebook Live or the podcast on the morningroutine.live website. Yes, with all the links to the articles that you love to read and hear about. Yes. And on we go. It's not very often I wear the same hat 2 days in a row, but I just love this new hat that I got. And I actually wore it. I had to go 2 days in a row with it. I like it that much. So here we go. But I do have some stories for you this morning. Let's move towards that. To the top of the list today. It is tax season, guys. So, this time of year, every year, there's all kinds of scams and things that you should be aware of to look out for. And they get sneakier and sneakier and sneakier, all those little tax cheats trying to, scam us out of our money. Well, this one you should be aware of because this one is different than the normal ones. Yes, how does it work? They don't even have a name for it, actually. This is out of Wired magazine. Attackers use a taxpayer's stolen identity information to fraudulently file their returns for a refund. Nothing new. They allow that refund to direct deposit into the victim's actual bank account. So if they stole your identity, they file a tax return and deposit it right to your bank. Like, how smart is this thief? So far, not so smart. Ah, yes. Then the real fun starts. The scammer, posing as the IRS, calls the victim, demanding that they return the wrongly allocated refund. And the people end up sending their money directly to the crook. That's how it works. So beware. If you get a deposit into your bank account from the IRS and you're like, wow, that doesn't match, or I didn't do that, don't give it back to anybody. That's it. Just keep it forever until somebody comes knocking on your door with a badge or something. I don't know. So, but anyways, beware of that. There's always new ones each and every day, each and every year, and that's the one that is going on right now. So on we go to a very interesting, out of Atlas Obscura. There is a library in China that is fascinating. When the Binhai Library opened in the Chinese coastal city of Tianjin in October of 2017, it attracted a flood of visitors and a flurry of social media photos. At first glance, the bright white atrium appears to be covered with row upon row of swirling, colorful books stacked on a continuous wave of curving terraced shelves. If you're listening on the podcast right now, I suggest that you either Google this or go to the morningroutine.live just to hit the link and see the photo of this library. It's magnificent. Well, guess what? Those flowing rows of books all around this gorgeous atrium, the books aren't real. What? State-of-the-art library, and the books that make it design-worthy aren't even real. The majority of the books in the room are in fact printed pages of book spines papered onto the back of the shelving to give the appearance of books. It's an impressive 36,000 square feet and 5 stories high, with the capacity to fit over 1 million books in its collection as of yet in only stores. 200,000 volumes housed in the library's more traditional reading rooms. They're not even in that main atrium. They just make the atrium look that way. Very interesting, right? I know, it's like the big fake right there. So, but Atlas Obscura, they have the greatest articles. I love sharing stuff from there because they're very unique and off the beaten path. So the last blurb that I've got for you this morning has to do, this is out of CNBC.com. This one has to do with pregnancy and recession. Yes, pregnancy and recession. Morning, Dad. If pregnancy rates start to dip, watch out for your investments. The National Bureau of Economic Research published a report concluding that falling conception rate in the U.S. has consistently preceded the economic downturns of the last 3 decades. Isn't that unique? All these researchers are always trying to find things that trend and work with the market and to try to figure out the secret curve or whatever. This one correlates right along with it. Yes. Used the NBER, which was the place I just said, used high-frequency data from birth certificates to examine fertility trends across 109 million births that took place in the U.S. between 1989 and 2016, tracking their changes in relation to business cycles. Fertility rates can predict recessions just as well, if not earlier and better, than conventional market indicators like equity prices and consumer confidence levels. Isn't that fascinating? So if you start hearing and seeing a population dwindling, start cashing out your 401k. Don't do that. Don't do that. And please don't say that I said to do that. Oh, my word. That was sarcasm, okay? Poof. Wow. You don't want to cause any kind of a rush on the bank or something. That'd be freaky. So, but anyways, interesting article. So on we go, guys, to Google Trends. Let's see what's trending. The top 10 most searched things yesterday. Number 1, International Women's Day, which is today. It was searched yesterday. Number 2, Richard Sherman. That's the football player from Seattle Seahawks. Supposedly, he's leaving the team. Number 3, Veronica moving. Number 4, school closings. They were everywhere yesterday. Number 5, Stormy. That's the lady who is now going back and suing Donald Trump. Number 6, International Women's Day 2018. Seems very Google-worthy, I guess, International Women's Day. Number 7, Barcelona versus Espanyol, soccer. Number 8, Juventus. That's also soccer. Number 9, Amelia Earhart. Yes, bones have just been discovered in Pacific Island, and they believe that they are hers, and they're doing some research on that. Number 10, Paris Jackson, as in Michael Jackson's daughter, is trending in the number 10 spot of Google-worthiness. Yeah. Okay, let's go on and see what's trending in the news today. Top of the list, Kansas City, Missouri. Officer shot in Missouri, 1 fatally, were sent to the wrong address. Number 2, Robert Mueller. Trump asked senior aides to describe interviews with Mueller. After that, we have Eric Prince. Mueller gathers evidence the 2017 Seychelles meeting was effort to establish back channel. Okay, about tired of hearing about Mr. Mueller now, right? Cheaper, scriminy. So next, Amelia Earhart. Amelia Earhart disappearance and 99% solved. We will find out if that is true or not. Next, we have Stormy Daniels. White House says Trump won arbitration order against Stormy Daniels. Then we have National Weather Service. Thunder, snow, flashes across NYC during nor'easter. That had to be cool. Then we have Amazon Alexa. Alexa's creepy laughter has Amazon Echo users puzzled. Then we have daylight saving time. Florida lawmakers vote to stay in daylight saving time all year long. Now, it doesn't say if that passed or not. It just says they're going to vote on it. So, by the way, that is this weekend, I think. Is it? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's this week. So, after that, we have Google. First Android P beta adds full support for notch displays. And then last but not least, we have Betsy DeVos. Betsy DeVos visits Parkland School, angers shooting survivors. And that is what's trending on the news this morning. On we move, guys, to a passage of wisdom. Let's see what's going on there and slow it down just a hair. Today's I got to tell you, guys, it is this week. Kim, thank you. This weekend is daylight savings time, so don't forget that on Sunday. I'll try to remind you again tomorrow. Thank you, Kim, for fact-checking that. Yes, it's not fake news. It's real news right here at the Morning Routine. Today's passage of wisdom, hold on tight, guys, because I'm going to tell you right now, it's a gut punch. And if you don't like gut punches, I'm sorry, but this is a gut punch, all right? It's out of 1 John chapter 4, verse 8, a short verse. 1 John chapter 4, verse 8. The one who does not love doesn't know God, because God is love. Now, why do I say it's a gut punch? I can promise you that as I sit here right now and I think we're all the same, maybe it's just me and maybe it's just a gut punch for me, I can think of the people in my life that are very easy to love, and I can think of the times that I'm not good at love. Certain situations, certain people, whatever it might be, the one who does not love doesn't know God, which is really, really a major gut punch. Because if I struggle with loving certain people, that means that I'm struggling to know the full immensity of who God is. Right? That's how I'm relating this. This is me talking. This is how I'm transcribing this. I am not a biblical scholar, but this is how I'm seeing it. Because God loved everybody. He loves everyone, no matter who you are, no matter what you've done, no matter how far you are from him. He loves you and wants you to return to him. And I know that there's times in my life when I'm like, man, I don't love that person. I'd rather just go and maybe clip them at the knees or something. You know what I mean? So it's a gut punch, guys, if you're striving to love and to know God fully. We need that once in a while. It's a great reminder that we're not perfect, right? So let's pray, guys. Let's get this day started. Father, good morning. Father, let me just start with thank you. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for loving us unconditionally. Thank you for setting the bar so high and being so perfect and so unconditional with your love and grace that not a single one of us can ever say, you know what, we're as good as God. No, you lead the charge and you always leave room for us to grow. You push us, you nudge us, you call us to grow, to be like you, and you make us aware of our shortcomings so that we can keep working on those. I thank you so much for that love and guidance. Father, be with us today as we go out into the world, as we are on the phones, as we're on the workforce, as we're, whatever it is we're doing with our kids, with whatever it is, help us to be a blessing. Help us to be the person that you meant for us to be, to do the good deeds that you planned ahead for us to do, to show the love that you have put in us and that you're calling for us to let out and to give towards other people. Father, I thank you for people keeping everybody safe as they went through that storm yesterday that dwindled into nothingness. And for, I hope that you restored the power to the people who were still lacking from the storm a week ago. They've suffered through all these days of no power and a lot of inconveniences, and you've taken care of them so far. Bring them out of that and restore them to regular life, as their life has kind of been put on pause for a moment. So we thank you for your protection and your love. Amen. And that, my friends, is a magnificent wrap to the morning routine. Thank you for being here this morning. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Go to themorningtreat.live, check out the articles, and even sign up for that newsletter. Then you get all of the headlines into your email on Friday at 10 a.m. so you don't miss a single interesting story. In the meanwhile, enjoy National International Women